Good Monday morning. Let's dig right into chapter 5. And I saw in the right hand of him who was seated on the throne a scroll, written on the inside and on the back, closed and sealed with 7 seals. Remember our number 7 over and over. It's the number of perfection. And I saw a mighty angel proclaiming with a loud voice, "Who is worthy to open the scroll and break its seals?" And no one in heaven or on the earth or under the earth was able to open the scroll or look into it. And I began to weep loudly. This is John talking here. I began to weep loudly because no one was found worthy to open the scroll or to look into it. And one of the elders said to me, "Weep no more. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, has conquered so that he can open the scroll and its 7 seals." And between the throne and the 4 living creatures and among the elders, I saw a lamb standing as though it had been slain, with 7 horns and with 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent out into all the earth. And he went and he took the scroll from the right hand of him who was seated on the throne. And when he had taken the scroll, the 4 living creatures and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, each holding a harp and golden bowls full of incense, which are the prayers of the saints. And they sang a new song, saying, "Worthy are you to take the scroll and to open its seals. For you were slain, and by your blood you ransomed for God from every tribe and language and people and nation. And you have made them a kingdom and a priest to our God, and they shall reign on the earth." Then I looked, and I heard around the throne and the living creatures and the elders the voice of many angels, numbering myriads of myriads and thousands of thousands, saying with a loud voice, "Worthy is the Lamb who was slain to receive power and wealth and wisdom and might and honor and glory and blessing." And I heard every creature in heaven and on earth and under the earth and in the sea and all that is in them, saying, "To him who sits on the throne and to the Lamb, to blessing and honor and glory and might forever and ever." And the 4 living creatures said, "Amen." And the elders fell down and worshiped. What a powerful picture of what is happening in heaven. John sees a scroll in the hand of God, and it is sealed. And this is not the first time Scripture records something like this. Daniel recorded it in Daniel 12:4, and it says, "But you, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book until the time of the end." It was talking about this scroll, this book. And Daniel was told to seal it up until the time of the end. That's why it doesn't come into the picture until we get to the end of history, which we find in Revelation. Ezekiel wrote about it in 2:9. He said, "And when I looked, behold, a hand was stretched out to me, and behold, a scroll of a book was in it. And he spread it before me, and it had writing on the front and the back." We just read that same thing John saw. "And there were written on it words of lamentation and mourning and woe." Written on the pages of this scroll are what God is about to do to close the final chapters of history. That's what's on the inside of it. However, there was only one person worthy to open the scroll. But for a brief moment, John believes there's no one. And what does he do? He weeps and he wails at the thought that this life that we live would be all that there is, that there would be nothing after it. I cannot imagine any sadder commentary on this life than to think that what we have is all that will ever be. But it's just not true, because the voice of the angel comes to John in consolation And he tells him, do not worry. Do not fret, John. There is one worthy to open the scroll. Joseph A. Seiss, in his book, The Apocalypse, writes this. He said he knew, meaning John, that if no one was found worthy and able to take it from the hand of God and to break its seals, that all the promises of the prophets and all the hopes of the saints and all the pre-intimations of a redeemed world must fail. That book, unlifted and unopened, is the church's grief and distress. But that book opened is the church's joy and glory. Is that not true? And so who was found? This Lion of the tribe of Judah, he's said to be, and the root of David. And throughout Scripture, Jesus is referred to in these descriptors as the Lion of the tribe of Judah, that he would come from the root of David. And so Isaiah prophesied that he would come through the lineage of David. So they confirm that this is Jesus, this lamb slain, who died on the cross, who was slain for you and I. This lamb slain is worthy to take that scroll. Why? Because of what he did for us on the cross. It said he has conquered. That means he's already conquered everything that we're about to see. He did it when he died and rose again. It was all done and all finished. And now, look at this. His posture's changed. Now he's standing. Before this, he's been sitting at the right hand of God, ever living to make intercession for you and I, but no more. That posture will not come again. Jesus has changed his posture. And now he's standing and he is taking the scroll from the very hand of God. And when he does, all of creation rejoices. Creation there, creation here, creation under the earth, it says. All of creation cannot help itself but worship. Because Jesus is finally doing what his sacrifice gave him the victory, the conquering power to do. And why wouldn't worship explode? Because I feel like it's about to explode in me. There's a song recently that I've just fallen in love with by Andrew Peterson called Who is Worthy? I'm going to include it for those of you that subscribe to Monday Musings and get them in your email every Monday morning. I'm going to include it. It's going to be right there in your link below this. And if you don't get them this way, I encourage you, go online, go on YouTube, listen to it. Who is Worthy? It is a song that is, I think maybe it's He is Worthy, not Who is Worthy, but He is Worthy by Andrew Peterson. You need to hear it because he is. And this moment in Revelation, one that gives us so much hope, proves that Jesus is worthy. Good news on a Monday morning.